So this video is for educational purposes only. We are just trying to see what a knife will do to a bulletproof vest. So we're not promoting any sort of violence or anything like that. Well, we do promote self-defense. We do not encourage any sort of violence or anything like that. We actually discourage against it. So please understand that he is just a dummy. He is just fake. And we are testing this bulletproof vest on a simulation. Let's get it. I was scrolling on TikTok where I came across a guy's video who was promoting and selling bulletproof vests on his channel, off of the TikTok shop. And he was claiming that these bulletproof vests were stab proof. Now, I left a comment saying, without a metal plate, I doubt that thing is stab proof. Well, he clipped my comment and made another video showcasing himself wearing the bulletproof vest and tapping himself very gently on the chest with a knife that's not even intended for stabbing, more like a camping knife. So I bought one for myself to see whether or not it is or is not stab proof. I don't doubt that it's bulletproof, but I do doubt that it's stab proof. And I'm going to showcase this video whether it goes through or it doesn't. So I'm hoping he does the same thing because, this vest is going to be purchased based on what the person, thinks it can do. And, this is something that's going to be bought to save somebody's life potentially. And you wouldn't want to false advertise or lie about something like that, and be a con artist on TikTok just trying to sell stuff just because they'll sell, rather than actually testing and knowing what they will or won't do. I'm also going to test multiple different knives that are intended for stabbing and also knives that are not intended for stabbing. Yeah. So let's see. Let's do it. Let's go.
Took control, run the game. Best believe I'm shining down. Counting up my wins. Yeah, I love it when they count me out. Off the leash, of the chain, boy, I've been a dog. Best believe I run the game. You know I'm in control of y'all. Okay, let me talk to the chat. They know I was gone for a minute. Had to BRB. Had to grab a couple wins. What I DID. They sleeping on the kid. I had to do it BIG. I can never be average. And they want a problem with the boy. They don't want no static. I don't need your cosign. Running with God. Want to test that? Tell them what's happening.
The first knife we are going to test on this is a double-edged dagger from Montana Knife Company. Now, I did recently sharpen this for this reason. So it has a nightmare sharp of an edge. It is absolutely brutally sharp. I did go to a mirror polish. While this wouldn't be practical for a lot of uses, specifically for penetrating, it is going to be. And it is a damn beautiful edge. And I know this thing is probably the best bet of something that can make it through this. So if this makes it through, that doesn't mean the next knives will, but let's find out. All right, we're gonna get them right in the center of the chest. Whale, whale, whale. I felt like I could have put a little bit more power into it, I'll be honest. And oh yeah, it's in his chest. And you can see the wound we got about 1.5 inches deep. Like I said, I did feel like I could have went deeper. So we're gonna try that out now. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so let me just hang on to that for a second there, Frederick. Okay.
Very sad.
All right, Frederick's getting another one. Basically the same area. I want to get a little bit tighter because this one's got a pocket. So I'm gonna go right there, and then we're gonna grab some knives that might not be intended. I should do one like this to see, because that's a very natural way. But first I want to do the rear, a regular stab. So 3, 2, 1. And again, it is definitely in his chest. It's in his sternum. You can see, oh yeah, that would have been very bad at 1.5 inches. The tip is, so the impact happening on this dummy is not very realistic because the plastic sinks in. And it also winds up caving in, which you guys will see here in a moment, and it doesn't come back out, leaving a pocket of air between the vest and the dummy. So here in just a little bit, after we get done with these little tests, and we're even gonna let Kara take a stab at it, but after all that, we're gonna take the vest off, we're gonna put it on the ground, and we are going to see, which I think this is gonna be a lot more of a realistic impact that somebody would take, because it doesn't have the plastic caving in, and it's much more stable. And I'm also gonna attempt to stab it with a much more thinner, slicier knife, the Kershaw Agent, which I'm sharpening right now because it is a double hollow single edge dagger, and I think it's gonna go through it like butter. And it's only like 30 bucks. The tip is not rolled. I mean, maybe the very, very tippity tip because this was so fragile. So now it would be considered a rounded tip still going through. I want to do one side one and then we're going to grab some other knives. Ready, set. Yeah, that one went through too. I also want to throw it. Okay, this one barely went through. It just barely got him. So to be fair, that one did not, I mean, it did go through. It would have been considered still a stab, but it'd have been a flesh wound. At least where I'm from. Maybe to you guys. You guys have been little bitches. All right, now I want to do one thing, Carrie, you're going to have to back up. I want to try to throw it really quick. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Okay. Oh, that went through. You see it?
Yep, I see it.
Okay, I'm going to do one more just to prove that right. Back up, baby. Right. Oh, you can see it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Oh, you made a whole extra nip.
Cracked his rib cage for sure.
It's actually kind of crazy.
Here, I'll just show it like this.
Yeah, that was the initial.
So it went through about an inch. And you can see all this one and this one both from the throws. Now, what about a knife that's like made for camping and stuff? So I got a couple. And then I actually do have one more self-defense self-defense knife that's made for basically knife fighting. So now I want to, this side's kind of compromised, and we'll check out the wounds right after. We're gonna try to hit this side since this side's kind of not really done. This knife is definitely not intended for stabbing. It is somewhat of a fighting knife, but also made for outdoors use. This is from Work Tough Gear. I actually really like this. Great balance, nice and slim. I'm gonna reverse it like this so the edge is actually up.
Is it like a front heavy chopper?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely front heavy. Okay. It's not really a chopper though, because that blade's just not heavy enough.
Okay, well that's what I was wondering.
Okay. You're blocking the other one.
Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh, his head!
Okay, that one did not make it through. One more. Okay, that one, even if it didn't go through. Now this one, this next knife is the Kaiser Drop Bear Fixed Blade. Then we got one more. The Kaiser Drop Bear Fixed Blade. This is definitely more of a camping style knife. So, ooh, it twists on in my hand. Yeah, that one's not going through either. Okay, so camping knives, not so much, but what about a real fighting knife? So this one would be intended for slashing and poking. We're gonna reverse it one more time.
Can you just hold it up for me so I can see the knife?
Yeah, this is the Steadfast from Work Tough Gear. I thought this was the Ukrainian knife. I should have grabbed that Ukrainian knife. That one definitely would go through, but okay, we're gonna try this side. I can feel a lot of distortion right there. Oh yeah. Oh shit, I'm twisting. When the knife's so big, it's like it's, yeah. Nope. Okay, just some broken ribs.
He deflated his...
Yep. Yep. That's how he tapped it. That's how he did it. I know.
Oh,
I know.
I thought that's how you're supposed to do it.
I know. I know that. I mean, based on that, yeah. Oh, wait. You should have left it, but go. Do it again, and do it hard. There you go.
Oh, I forgot about my thumb.
Okay, wait.
Let me see.
Oh.
Nope, not through.
Hold on, let me feel.
The tip, is,
the tip did make it through.
Did it?
Yeah.
Just the tip?
Yeah.
Just the tip?
Just the tip, though.
Okay, a little bit more.
So the guy would still be alive if he'd have a little Band-Aid. Now, can a girl get you with a knife? Go. There you go, baby. That was a good one.
I know.
That was a damn good one.
I was just being bashful.
Let me unstrap her. Leave her in so nobody says we did something we didn't.
I stabbed a stab-proof vest.
Okay, I can't see the tip. Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, no, I tipped him off.
Oh, man, it's just so hard to see. Of course, this is going to stop a bullet, right? Because a bullet's not sharp. Even if you do have a sharp bullet, it still has a rounded tip. You've seen how it stopped more of the rounded tip knives. But when you're talking about something literally intended for. And I promise you, if I set these on the ground, in fact, we're going to do that right now. If I set this on the ground and stab it, it's probably going to be even worse because, what?
Can I say something?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just going to say, scientifically speaking, because the bullet has a flatter head, that flatter spread out mass, when it's flying in, that velocity, when it transfers into force, it literally spreads out further so that webbing can catch it.
Right.
But this is so just shaped so aerodynamically.
Yes, yes, right. And also your arm has so much power behind it. And another thing, the dummy, when you hit it, its chest just compresses. Yeah. So it prevents this. Look at how deep that is. Really look at that. That's how deep it would be into a human. Of course, the dummy.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the dummy was hard to deal with. Oh my gosh.
And just to prove it, the bottom has not been done.
Yeah, not at all. Isn't the bottom a little thicker too?
Yep.
Like
Yeah, and I didn't even put as much force into that one.
Whoa!
That's when I'm angry because I got mad there. And here's the front. And you can see we the people.
Whoa!
I have here the Kershaw. I think it's called the Agent. It might be the double agent, but it's an Agent. So it is a dagger style blade with only a single edge, but it has 2 hollow grinds. So it is much thinner than the Montana Knife Company, but it's also a lot more affordable. It's only like a $30 knife and it's in a simple steel. I think that this is going to go through this stuff like nothing, like very easily. So let's give it a go. I'm going to try to focus towards the bottom where there's less stab marks, but yeah, let's just go. Right through it. That was actually super easy. And I heard it. Hopefully the mic picked it up. Do this one. Once you get through it, you can actually ram it through even deeper. Or here, this is... Okay, this is another knife. This is the Civivi. I recently sharpened this thing. It's super thin. It's got one of the sharpest edges ever. However, this isn't a slashing thing. This is still good for stabbing. So let's give it a go. I got a nice little cap off spot. Like I said, once you penetrate through, you can push it right through. So like right now I can just continue to push it if I want to. We got a T-Cal knife here. You can see that one even made it through. And that one's the least likely. But this would obviously do a lot of damage on just bare skin. There you go. There you go. That was a deep one. That was really good. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, hold on. So let's take this off. Let's take a look, and then we're going to cut the plastic off of it. Or, sorry, the liner off of it so that we can see what it really looks like after all of this. Obviously, there's a lot of puncture wounds, but that was sharp, right? Let's cut all the way around. Actually, I think we can just pop this out. Yep, there we go. Let's do this. Okay, so there is the part that's bulletproof. And you can see here all the wound channels that thing took. I mean, that's a lot of punctures. I'm guessing, okay, so this would be the front side because some didn't make it through, right? Here's the back side. But obviously a lot made it through, like a lot. It's kind of weird how this is like just these fibers and then they're just taped with tape. I mean, you know, it is a cheap vest, to be fair. So it looks like they just took these fibers and then taped them together, which I don't really care, I mean, about that too much, but it does make you feel a little more susceptible because if a bullet hits this edge and it's only taped right here across this. Well, I mean, you can see how this is gonna peel apart to some degree. To be fair, it is very resistant. Like I would say stab resistant, but not stab proof. Stab resistant, you know, like just like bulletproof, right? Bulletproof up into what, right? Bulletproof up into a 44 cal. I think this one is, don't quote me. I'll put it on the screen what it says. But let's say it's a 44. Well, then what is it stab proof up to, right? Say 300 pounds with a double-edged dagger, or 300 pounds of, you know, single edge drop point, you know, because there's different blade shapes. There's different thicknesses. Like this is very thick, but this is going to be like the standard double-edged dagger people will have. So there you guys go. Work hard, stay tough. Till next time, peace. Hey. Ooh, it almost went all the way through.
Do that. Don't act like you're walking away and then do that.
Okay. No. Let's go.
Boot. Give you oh gosh, I thought you threw that through my boot in real life.
Let's clean up. Let's clean